It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Good morning. It's time for the morning show on XL7-TV. I'm Bob Ricknell. This is Scooter.
Whoop whoop! It is back.
It
is back. I still got my deer call over there, but
I'm not sure which is worse.
I lost the bell, so I can't call the reindeer. But
I'm not sure which is worse.
Whoop whoop!
That ranks right up there.
It's great.
It's
I'm
Wednesday.
happy to have it back.
Wednesday, January the 4th, 2023.
It is. It's. It really messed me up yesterday. I'm changing dates, like I do every day on my stuff, and a couple times I forgot the 23, and I had to go back and change it. Oh,
Did you and the rest of the slackers enjoy your time off?
Well, I did. I had a great vacation, had a great time with the family, and
2 weeks off. 2 weeks.
Was it 2 full weeks?
It was too long.
It wasn't 2 full weeks, though.
It was long.
Little over a week.
Little over a week?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
If that's your story,
It was
you're
weird.
sticking to
It was weird being, but we always take Christmas and New Year's off, and
I don't understand
kind of nice to. Well, that's our vacation time, and that's our time to do things. So, yeah.
Business can't run on 51 weeks out of the year, Scooter.
Watch it. Hey, we're still here. See, we're good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Still got our emails and still got things that we're doing there, but yeah, it's pretty quiet.
The morning show. Remember us?
You remember us?
You remember us? We're back.
I put yesterday on the graphics. We're back.
We're back.
We're back. Just so people knew we were back.
This is live, not Memorex.
It is.
Yeah.
Memorex. We are live and we are back. And did you have a good Christmas and New Year's? And
A couple more days.
were you up through New Year's?
Yeah.
You're always up late, so I assumed you were.
So New Year's is nothing new.
I was in bed by 10, but my brother and my dad always get on a conference call right at midnight. So as soon as that got done, we went to bed and went to sleep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. Did you watch the ball drop somewhere?
Nah. Normally we do, but I didn't put it on in time. So
It's gotten, it's a little bit strange these days, the way they do all that.
yeah. Yeah, and then Nashville's now got the guitar that drops or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Everybody's got their own little glitch.
Not worth watching half the time.
Nah.
Better off get that extra couple hours sleep.
Yep. Yep. Now we stayed up. We were watching a movie and stuff and waited for my brother to call, and he always calls and he ends up conference calling my dad and mom, and so we're all on the phone for the New Year's, but
Yeah.
then we go to bed.
And then it's bedtime.
Yeah, I'm getting old. No partying.
No party.
No.
Gee, Scooter.
Well, after the vacation and everything, we just got back and it was like, we just didn't want a bunch of people over and stuff for New Year's. Just wanted to chill and relax. And
I was glad to see that you made it back from your ski trip, and Austin came back with both legs healthy.
yes, if there was anybody get hurt, he was the one I didn't want to.
You took one for the team and hurt yourself.
I took one for the team, hurt myself, so I could get that out of the way.
It's okay. This is over with. We don't have to worry about anybody else.
Yeah.
Let's go for the morning prayer.
That'll work.
Brought to you by Roller Funeral Home of Arkansas, 29 locations to serve you. One in Memphis, Tennessee. With all our respect, it's not just their motto, it's the way they do business. And now the morning prayer. Lord, we just thank you for the safe holiday travel that you gave Scooter and his family. Lord, we just pray that you continue to bless them. And Lord, we just pray that you will continue to bless the students as they get ready to go back to school tomorrow. Lord, it's the first day back after a long winter break, Christmas break, and New Year's break. And Lord, we just pray that you will have travel mercies and patience, Lord, for all the bus drivers and the teachers as things come back to somewhat normal for the students. Lord, we pray for all our student athletes as they begin back to traveling again this week after they've been off as well. Lord, we just pray for all those that lost loved ones over the holidays. Lord, holidays are tough enough as it is for a lot of those people, but to lose someone in their family and have to bury them over the holidays is also tough. Lord, we just thank you for all that you do for us. Thank you for being who you are in our lives. In Christ's name we pray. Amen. Roller Funeral Home of Arkansas. Here in Mountain Home, it's 870-425-2161. Give them a call. If you don't know where they're located, take a trip up Highway 5 North. Take a look for the biggest American flag you've probably ever seen. Take a right-hand turn into their parking lot and go talk to them about funeral services, prepaids, all kinds of stuff. They got all they can handle it. I mean, it's rough. You know, we lost two family members in a short amount of time over the holidays, and it's just a hard time to see folks in sorrow. But Roller Funeral Home can help you with all that. 870-425-2161 is their phone number. Highway 5 North here in Mountain Home is where they're located. Roller Funeral Home. Now we're going to have a quick word from Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team, Century 21 Lee Mack Realty, for 405-0793.
I almost forgot it.
Well, I gave it to Orstons 3 days ago. I don't know why I'd forget it. We'll watch the commercial. We'll be right back.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z Team.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Bob and Linda Zadora, Century 21 Lee Mack Realty here in Mountain Home. 870-405-0793. That's what threw me off a while ago, Scooter. I forgot the 870 portion.
Oh, that'll do it every time.
The rest of it just rolls out. If you get that 870-405-0793, that's just perfect.
Need to make a little jingle of that.
A little jingle?
Yeah.
Well, when it comes time to change the commercial, we'll fit that in there somehow.
Make a little jingle with their phone number.
I'll work on that. Let's take a look at the White River.
You can see it today. Yesterday
nice.
It was so foggy you couldn't see either one of them. You couldn't see a thing.
Yesterday was bad foggy.
Yes.
For sure. What you're looking at is a beautiful shot from Marion County, Arkansas, back into Baxter County, Arkansas. This is the city of Cotter. The baseball field, the Railroad Museum, Contractor Trust, the Rainbow Bridge is off to your left. Still have the colored lights on there. You can
Yeah, it
tell
looks
that
like
from here.
purple.
Okay.
That's what it looks like on my screen. Purple
Sure.
lights.
Purple. What color is that? Off to your right is the city of Mountain Home. Off to your left is the city of Bull Shoals. Straight ahead in a way off distance, that's the state of Missouri. Here at the XL7-TV, it is the state of confusion.
Always.
Go to retiredarkansas.net, click on live views, and you can see these. We'll cycle through 15 or so different shots. That's a beautiful shot. Clear and crisp. That is just wonderful.
And Bob, those are purple lights on the bridge.
However, you name it any color you want to. I'm going to zoom into the park here. This is just a great shot. This is what we call God's country here in Arkansas. And if you want to get a piece of God's country or see what's available, go to retiredarkansas.net. You can click on the MLS listings and see what's available. Again, the real estate market is changing, so if you are interested in something, you better click on it and give them a call at 870-405-0793 and just ask if it's still available.
Yeah.
Because who knows, it may sell quickly. retiredarkansas.net. This is Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team, Century 21 Lee Mack Realty. Let's take a look at some weather. Temperatures around the area: Mountain Home is 36, Harrison is 33, Batesville is 42, Yellville is 36, Marshall 34, Salem 36, Mountain View 34, Calico Rock 36, West Plains, Missouri 36, Springfield, Missouri 34, Poplar Bluff, Missouri is 41, and St. Louis, Missouri is 39. You know, I just refreshed that and I got to do it again. What a deal.
I'll put it back on us for a minute while you're reloading there.
Yeah, we'll re-reload and adjust and
Refresh. And well, a good thing is it keeps up live. I mean, it definitely is. It makes you refresh it, but it's live.
And just before we clicked to go to live, I clicked it and it seemed like it did, but it's not. Okay, we're back. And the radar looks like some storms moving off to the east. Looks like Alabama and Georgia and South Carolina had some weather. Let's pan out a little bit more and see if there's anything going on exciting. It looks like the confused state of California is getting a little bit of dampness. We'll zoom back into Arkansas. From Rogers to Blytheville, Fayetteville, Jonesboro, Fort Smith, Conway, Little Rock, Hot Springs, Pine Bluff, Texarkana, over to Memphis. Looks like the state of Arkansas is pretty clear today. All that just to say, it's going to be a clear day today.
There you go.
Watches and warnings, nothing too much in the state of Arkansas, Louisiana, Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Kansas, Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee, Mississippi. All clear right around our general area. This up here looks pretty cold, Scooter.
They can have it.
Yeah, been up there.
Yeah, was up in there driving through that crud.
And you liked it.
My diesel didn't.
Your diesel didn't? 7-day forecast. Today, mostly sunny, high of 50. Low tonight, 32. Mostly clear. Tomorrow, high of 49. Clear and low of 29 degrees tomorrow night. Friday, mostly sunny, high of 52. Friday night, 30% chance of showers, low of 43. Saturday, slight chance of showers, high of 58 degrees on Saturday. Saturday night, mostly cloudy, low of 38. And then on Sunday, high near 49, partly sunny. First part of next week looks like this. Mostly sunny on Monday, high of 52, and mostly sunny on Tuesday, high of 52 as well.
All right, we'll take it.
Lake level and dam reports. Lake Norfolk, 553.75. They are currently generating 1. Lake Bull Shoals, 656.84, and they are currently generating 3. That's the lake levels, dam reports, and a little bit of weather insight for you, brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z-Team. Century 21 Lee Mack Realty, 870-405-0793 is their phone number. Retiredarkansas.net is their website. We'll be back in just a moment.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Have you ever known?
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Community happenings and a little bit of news. Scooter, I'm not sure there's a whole lot of news to talk about. Baxter County Quorum Court votes unanimously to oppose the reopening of the landfill. I'm sure that Mayor Adams and I will have a conversation about that here in just a little bit. The citizens passed a half-cent sales tax up in Ozark County back in November, and it has been stalled. They're not going to be able to impose that.
Really?
For one reason or another. The reason for having the tax is to help fund their sheriff's office. They had to lay off several of their deputies and a lot of their office help at the last part of, I think the last quarter of last year up in Ozark County. But for some reason, it's been halted, and they are not going to be able to impose that. So hopefully they'll get that figured out and straightened out before too long. Our area had doubled the annual average snowfall in 2022. How about that? And we ran above average rainfall for last year.
I knew that, but I didn't know on the snowfall.
Yep, kind of crazy. As the old saying goes, yeah. If you don't like the weather here, just wait. It'll change for sure. What was it, 70-something odd degrees the other day here?
Yeah.
Pretty nice. Yeah. Measurable snow recorded 10 days in 2022 had 15.6 inches of snow, and our average is only 7.8. That's quite a bit of snow last year. And you know what? You didn't realize that we had that much. Because it was sporadic. You know, it was a little bit here on this day, a little bit more on that day. Kind of crazy. The rainfall total for last year was 55.19 inches, which is 6.99 inches more than our average. which is more than 2021, which was 48.2. So weather's a little bit different around here. If you don't like it, like I say, just hang around a little bit and it'll change. Notice this morning coming in, gas prices have gone up.
That's what you said.
Some places in town was $3.06, which is 30 cents a gallon higher than what it was a week and a half ago. I had to make a quick trip up north, and I think the most I paid up there was $3.10. Some places was down as low as $2.59. I found a spot.
I know when we were on our trip though, we were running diesel, and that just runs higher. And we were buying some for $3 something a gallon, and was pretty good for diesel.
Mm-hmm. Sounds pretty exciting. Well, not much community happenings going on today, but we've got Mayor of the City of Mountain Home with us, Hillrey Adams.
Fired up and ready to go.
Ready to go. And we'll be back in just a moment. You're watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care of Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Are you looking for the best barbecue in 2 states?
Holy smokes!
Want the meatiest fall-off-the-bone ribs?
Holy smokes!
The most tender and delicious pulled pork?
Holy smokes!
The tastiest brisket in the Ozarks?
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering is the only place you need to go. Dine in, carry out, and the best food for your next catered event.
Holy smokes!
We're your mountain home for great barbecue cooking.
Holy smokes!
A higher calling for your taste buds.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. The mayor of Mountain Home, Hillrey Adams, is with us this morning. How are you, sir? Did you have a good New Year?
Yep, had a good New Year, Bob. Good holidays. Glad to get all that behind us and
Time to roll.
Get back to the time to roll. You know, we can. You told me today's the 4th day of the year, so that means we got 361 more days till we have to go to 24. So we got a lot of time to get some stuff done here. Got a lot to do.
Got a lot on your plate?
There's plenty on the plate at the City Hall this year, Bob. You know, we got some projects that have been underway for a while. We'll finish those up. But I think we'll be starting some new stuff this year before the end of the year. Hopefully, the sewer stuff on the east side of town that we did out for the new fire station area, we've got that done. That project's over. That was funded by a Delta Regional Authority grant we got. So that's over, and now we can finish the site work we need to do there where the location that's going to be. And I'm really, really hoping by this fall sometime we're ready to go to final design and bid or build, start the bidding process to start construction on that new station early in 24. But it's going to be a stretch, but if we can pull that off, hopefully we'll be ready to start that early next year. Got a sewer job we'll probably be starting this year on the southwest side. To try to get sewer out to the new Game and Fish location and also the ASU Technical Center. You know, we got a lot of things going on at the Technical Center, an opportunity to grow that facility and provide more training, and it'd help them a lot if we can get some sewer out there. And so we're working on that project right now, and there's a good possibility that'll start sometime during 23. Some of the work will be, at least. And the street, you know, you saw the last year and a half, Dyer, Hickory, and all that stuff down in the older part of town get tore up. Well, we were replacing those sewer lines down there. And now that we've got that done and finished, we like one little bitty stretch, I believe it's on Circle Drive or Grave, where we're working down there between the court and the police station. And we get that done, then next probably June or July, all of that area of town will get an overlay. That's part of the state aid program we've already had approved. So all those streets, and I know it's a little aggravating to drive down through there now, and you're dodging some holes where we've worked and stuff, and some cold patches, but we'll mill all that down later this year sometime, and it'll get a fresh new overlay on it before the end of summer. Is normally when they do their stuff for us. It looks like RDOT will go to bid September, October on the Hicks Creek Bridge or on 9th Street. And once they get that project bid out, then construction can start probably in 24 early on the 9th Street widening and rebuild down.
What's the tentative plan there? Are they going to make it a 3-lane or a 4-lane?
They're going to, the bridge will actually be 3-lane with sidewalks on it, so on both sides. It'll have a turn lane in it. We want to get an approach there where you can make a right-hand turn on Cardinal without holding up the traffic coming on into town on 9th. And you can't do that now, the way that lays there. So they'll widen that bridge out. We'll have a lane across it, and then as soon as you cross the bridge, we'll be able to put in a turn lane on the Cardinal right there. Their design is finished on that, or very, very close to finish. They've already had their public hearings and stuff on that. Get that job, I think they're telling us September, October is when that'll go to bid. They'll do their part. They'll build the bridge first. They've got to get that done. And then once they get that done, then we can start the road work down through there. So you're going to see a lot of more activity on 9th Street this coming fall, probably. Down
How far are you going to take road work?
We'll take it all the way to the bypass. We'll connect down there just before you get to the bypass. You know, as you're going south, it widens, 100 foot, 200 foot before you get to the bypass there. It widens out. We'll tie into that. We'll run right up to the RDOT right away there and connect to it. And then we'll do that part, but we're also going to make some improvements coming back in. You know, all down there in front of Town and Country and Pete's Cleaners and those sheds location. We'll bring it all the way back down through there with some improvements down through there. We got some drainage problems down through there, and you know, that's the old part of the road. So we will actually, when we're completely finished, we will own and maintain everything from the sheriff's office to the bypass. And that'll give us a sidewalk on both sides of it, down through there, and underground drainage, and it's going to help a whole lot with traffic going up and down Mountain Street there. So
That'll make that nice right there.
that you'll see a lot more activity out there in 24 than you will this year, but there's a good possibility you may see some stuff happening late this fall once that bridge contract's awarded. You know, you look over on the park side, we've still got we've got a lot of work done already. In 22, we had a pretty good start. We got that Keller Park, the improvements there, the softball complex were made. You know, we actually got to play there this summer. Got a little bit of minor work. There's one playground piece of equipment that's not finished yet, and a little bit of fence work around it, but small stuff that we'll have finished, you know, here in the next month or two. Hickory Park, got that finished, and I had a guy in town yesterday, a visitor from out of town, and here it was yesterday, what, about 70 degrees?
Yeah.
Drove up there about, I don't know, 2:30, 3 o'clock yesterday night, and I don't believe you could have put another kid on that playground up there. That was amazing to see that right there yesterday afternoon, and a lot of them out there enjoying it. I guess school may still be out. I'm not real sure if it's hit back in yet. But,
not till tomorrow.
They were getting a good play in after yesterday on that. And then, of course, Callista Willette right now, we've got the baseball complex and right in the middle of its upgrade. The goal is to have it finished by the 1st of March. All those infields out there will be turfed. A lot of new concrete work out there, sunshade structures, bleachers, and things like that. That park's going to look a lot different. And, you know, it's got a lot of stuff scheduled out there this year, Bob. We've already scheduled with a company called 2D Sports 6 baseball tournaments this summer at Callista Willette. They'll actually use Keller a time or two, you know, based on the number of teams they get and the load they have. But that's very similar to folks that have been involved in travel sports, something like USSS, baseball or softball. It's very similar to that. 2D is.
Yeah, see, they've got a softball tournament already scheduled for March.
There's all sorts of stuff scheduled out there, and you know, we'll be excited to get our first year in of all those. And right now, what we need more than anything is Mother Nature to bless us a little bit with some more of those days like we had yesterday, and let those people get in there and do what they need to do in January and February so we can kick off early March out.
You know, that all-inclusive park that's been built up on the old Hickory Park, the upside. Had a friend of mine that I haven't seen since 1985, 6, 7. Been a long time. Came to town and we went for dinner. And he said, well, just drive me around. Let me see what's changed. So the first place I took him was that old park, because that's where he learned to swim and played baseball growing up. And he just couldn't believe that the city, what they've done with that park and what they've done for the handicapped or challenged.
Yeah.
And he just couldn't believe it. And that is a statement that the city of Mountain Home has made that has been heard a long way away.
Oh, it has. And you can go up there, and I've had numerous messages, Bob, from people, you know, text messages, someone to get my number that might live an hour away from here, Gainesville, up in South Missouri, or, you know, down in the south of here, wherever, and say, hey, I just want to let the city know we appreciate a playground like that. Had one lady reach out to me, Bob. She had a 10-year-old boy that had been up there, and she'd put his wheelchair in that handicap swing, and said the kid had never, ever in his life been in a swing set. And she talked to me in this message about how much that meant to her and that son to have a place to do that at. And the day she sent me that message, that compounded why we do what we do in the park systems, because not everybody, can do things like getting a plane and fly to Disneyland or those type places, and not everybody's fortunate enough to be able to do that, and to have something right here in our backyard that people are coming to from pretty good distances, some of them, to utilize that park. That's
if you've ever questioned why that park was built, take a moment when you're in that area, pull in that parking lot, sit there, don't even get out of your car. Sit there and watch those kids get out of their vehicles, and as they're helped to that little park, and just look at the smiles that they've got on their faces. It's just unbelievable.
It is,
and if
Bob.
that don't put a smile on your face, you need to go have your blood pressure checked.
Well, you don't need to go back up there no more because you're never going to smile. Just stay home.
Yeah.
Go home and live in your closet. It's what you need to do. But, and it's not just seeing those kids, Bob. It's that they're out there with other kids.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the reason it's called all-inclusive. They can all get, I don't even know the names of some of those pieces of equipment
Mm-hmm.
are up there, but there's one that they can get 3 or 4 kids on each side, and it rocks. So you got the kid that his mother or dad had to help him or grandparent get up in it, but now he can rock with that with those kids. That
He can
climb
make
in
it
there
happen
by
and don't have
He
to wait
can
on
make it
somebody
happen
else.
just as well as those others. And when they're all out there playing together, they're all just little kids having a big time.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about there. And so that was a big hit and very satisfying to me that we got that done this year. You're going to see, we're wrapping up Calista. We talked about that. But we're building the road right now, Bob, to the community center. The street department is. We meet next week in Little Rock for, we're hoping to pretty much finalize the designs. The construction manager, myself, and the engineer team will be together. We've been meeting every week for 3 or 4 months now, tweaking plans and putting cost estimates together, and we're getting right down to the finish line. And the way it's going to work, we're building the road in, the street department's building a box culvert. We got to get across a creek down there so that we can work our way up the hill. And the plan is now, they're very close to being done with the box culvert. We will take the road and just go across the culvert and keep working our way up that hill. And by the time we get to the top of that hill, we're never going to have to quit. The plans are far enough along. We can start our site work, moving that dirt, getting everything ready to start the footings and the foundations of this structure up there. So I think by late January, February, you're going to see an awful lot of work happening out there.
Sounds good. It's time for a quick break. You're watching XL7-TV. It's the morning show. We'll be back in just a moment.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Scrap Daddy's Metals is a full-service scrap recycling center accepting your scrap metals for recycling, paying you top dollar for all of your recyclable metals. They even buy cars and catalytic converters. Give them a call today at 870-424-6120 or visit them at 2821 Highway 5 North in Mountain Home. At At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we're here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville. Close to Lake Norfolk and a short journey to Jordan County Line Liquor is your destination for all your refreshment needs. They offer the widest variety of all your wines, beers, and liquors with the cleanest atmosphere and the largest selection in the area. Not sure what to get? Ask Jordan County Line Liquor's friendly and knowledgeable staff for an expert recommendation you can't go wrong with. Also, don't forget about the Smoker's Den for all your smoking and accessory needs. That's Jordan County Line Liquor, close to Lake Norfolk, located on Highway 177 in Jordan, Arkansas.
Well, folks.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. The mayor of Mountain Home, Hillrey Adams, is with us. We're talking about things that are coming up in 2023. Have you got your committees all set for the year?
They'll be set Thursday night. Thursday night will be our first meeting of the year. And all the committees will be, I think they've already made their selections. You know, the council does that to herself. We give them a choice and input on what they want to do. And they all send in a 1, 2, 3 selection, you know, what they prefer. And I anticipate most of them staying pretty close to the same, you know. We didn't have any turnover in the council this year. We've got all 8 of the ones that were there the last 2 years will be back. And I would imagine, for the most part, I haven't seen the final committee assignments yet. But I would imagine they're going to be pretty close to what they were. We will have Thursday night also. They'll make a selection. You know, the council gets 2 picks. They pick themselves for the A&P commission, and so the Mountain Home A&P will be seeing a lot of new faces on it this coming year. Ricky Johnson, who's chaired the A&P ever since its inception, you know, he sold his hotel, and so he's out. So Ricky stepped down. There'll be a replacement from the hotel industry going there. The way that A&P is set up, there's certain seats filled by certain folks, you know. So there'll be someone from that industry take Ricky's spot. There'll be 2 new city council members. And then Richard Hanson, who had been a part of that almost since the beginning, I believe, off and on, he was the mayor's appointment. And Richard sold Quarry Marina, but that wasn't the reason he had to step off the A&P. When he sold the marina, he also sold his house in town. He was the mayor's appointment, and he'd been on there for a while, I believe appointed by Mayor Dillard. And Richard contacted me, and he sold his house. He's staying in Mountain Home, but he's going to move outside the city. So I'll be naming someone Thursday night to take Richard's spot. So there'll at least be 3 new faces on there. There could be 4, depending on what the council does on the A&P starting in January. So all that'll happen Thursday night. This first meeting will be some organizational type stuff. You will see Thursday night, and I heard you mention as I came in, what the county did last night about passing a resolution about the landfill. We've got that same resolution that'll be on our agenda for Thursday night. You know, there's probably not a lot that we're going to be able to do to stop the solid waste district or the Bank OZK, who's holding all that, the trustee on that, from selling that piece of property. But I promise you, we're going to fight as hard as we can to keep them from taking trash back up there again. And so we'll pass a resolution. You know, it's something that we'll make sure that our state legislature, state, you know, Senator Flippo and newly elected Rep Painter, ADEQ, we'll definitely be voicing our opinion, and hopefully the council will do the same that the court did last night and pass that unanimously. You know, that's been a sore spot for many years, and me personally, I don't think it ever should have went there. You know, based on the topography that we've got in that area up there, and why make that problem worse?
Mm-hmm.
Why
bring it back?
Yeah.
Why bring that problem back?
We've got it up there now. ADEQ's got to monitor that. I believe it's 30 years they're into that process now. And, you know, it's capped off, it's closed. In my opinion, let's leave it closed. And let's don't start adding. There's 698 acres up there in this property. And I think they're only landfilling right now. I may be wrong, but I want to say it's about 50, 60 acres of it. But they're, you know, this company that's wanting to buy that will want to open up other sales and do things to get more trash going there. And it's not just our trash. It's not just Mountain Home or Baxter County. You know, they are a large company and provider of that business all over the nation, and there's not much telling what might be coming here. And I'd just soon keep it closed. So you'll see that happening Thursday night, and hopefully that'll pass as well.
Does that, other than giving you a voice with the state reps and such, is there any teeth in it? I mean, is there anything that...
No.
You're just hoping to let people know that we're not happy with that
We're just
idea.
letting people know that we're not happy about it. And, you know, ADEQ has told us there'll be a time if these folks get ready to apply for a permit to open another cell. There'll be a public comment period, and there'll be public hearings and all that type of stuff. You know, all that stuff probably happened, but way back when it was open the first time. And so we will make sure that the public is very aware of those opportunities to send comments in and where any of those hearings might be. And we hope that those ADEQ people, the people that are the decision maker about opening these type places around the state of Arkansas, will hear our concerns and not let that reopen up there to resume business. You know, 75% of the people in Baxter County get their water out of Lake North Fork, provided by the City of Mountain Home's water intake. My understanding is a crow flies from where our current intake is, it's about 6 miles to that landfill. And you know what that train's like between there and that landfill. You know, when you've got that type train, there's always going to be a crack somewhere, and water finds its way through cracks. And, you know, is it migrating down to the lake and getting in the lake? We don't know. If it's not now, could it be if you kept adding trash to it in the future? You know, and that problem's only going to get worse in the future. So, plus you got Bull Shoals Lake on the other side. And, you know, there's an intake on that lake. A lot of people don't know about it, that serves the Ozark Mountain Regional Water System, which provides water over towards Marshall and Jasper and that area. So there's a lot of risk in having that up there. And I don't care what you tell me, Bob, that you can do to protect that.
Yeah.
There's always opportunity for something to go wrong.
Right.
So why make it a potential greater problem than it already is?
Let's talk about our intake there at Cranfield.
Yeah.
When was the last time it was updated?
That intake, I couldn't really tell you as far as updates on when it may have had some pumps in it or motors or whatever. But I'll tell you this, that intake's 50+ year old. And we're working on a project right now. We've been in, this project probably started in maybe 13, 14. To get Corps approval to build a new intake on that lake. We're getting very, very close. 4 years ago when I walked into this job, one of the first meetings we had was with Garver Engineering, and I was brought up to speed on the current intake project, or the new project. And we had a meeting with the Corps. And our request at that time had been with the Corps 6 years, and couldn't get anything done with it. In the last 4 years, there's been a tremendous, there was a new colonel came in. Some things happened with the Corps, and when that project has moved along very quickly. We've now got the right-of-way from the existing plant. The new intake will be on the, as you go down Cranfield Road, it'll be on the right. It'll actually be in the old river channel, Bob, which is one of the deepest parts of the lake. I think about 150 plus feet deep there. So it'll give us the opportunity to have different levels at the intake to draw water from that we need, that we currently don't have where we're at. You know, when you get a shallow water year, like we had back in what, 08, somewhere there, 7, 8, somewhere back in there, we had to actually put some pipe out there in a barge and get further out in the lake to pull that water back to the intake. The water at the current intake, I want to say, is in a 25, 30 feet depth. It requires us to do a little bit more filtering and cleaning because of the quality of the water there. So if we can get it over on the other side, we're already cleaning the easements now, working on that. I was out there yesterday, and you can almost see right where we're heading through there off of Water Plant Road over to Cranfield with that. So if the Corps will give us sometime this year, if we can get their approval to start that, then our next step is to go, where do we get the money? And you know, we've already had, this past summer, we spent an afternoon out there, and we had Senator Bozeman out there with us on a pontoon boat and some Garver engineer folks, and we took them out there and we showed him what we're up against now, what we want to do to fix it. And we'll be going any place we can to try to get some money to help build that. He is committed to us to do everything he can to try to help get some funds secured. You know, it won't be enough to do the whole deal, but it's kind of like standing at the, you know, when you're at church and you pass that collection plate, you know, everybody throws a little bit in it. It's what makes it happen. And so we'll be basically, once we get this approval, we'll be holding our hands out and going any place we can to see what we can get, you know, to try to make this happen. But it's something that's really needed. It'll give us a lot longer source of water. It'll give us a better source of water as far as the quality of it. Less we have to do to the water to get it in the system. And right now, we've only got one intake, 50-plus-year-old.
Yeah, if it goes down, we're in trouble.
If something happens to that thing this afternoon, it's not going to be good in about 24 hours.
Yeah.
36.
Time for a break. You're watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll be back in just a moment.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z-Team.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Mayor Hillrey Adams is with us. We're just recapping some stuff that happened in 22 and talking about some things that are going to happen in 23. What else we got going on here?
Well, Bob, you know, I would like to mention a little bit how we ended the year on our sales tax numbers. The city 1 cent sales tax was about 8%, 7.9 and some change above 21's numbers. Our portion of the county sales tax that we get from their collections was up a little over 13% over 21. And the public safety tax was right at 7.9 as well, that we collect at 3/8 for the police and fire. Those are over 21's numbers, and 21's we set records that year. And so that's great to see those increases. Now, yes, true, there's some inflation in some of this probably, you know, that may have drove some of this, but anytime you get those positive numbers, that's good. And you know, we've been very, very conservative in how we budget those numbers there. I'd much rather have some of that in a reserve kitty somewhere than all of it being spent something. The collections of the new tax for the community center and the parks, those things are really going great. We're collecting on average probably close to 60 grand a month more than we need for the payment. We've only had 1 month out of all the months that we started collecting that in July of 21, I guess is when we started collections, that we've been flush. All others have been very, very positive for us. So collection of those sales tax numbers have been good, and I think you're going to see that continue. You know, but there's a lot of retail activity has taken place. And we got the new Dunham's Sports here in town this year, and you know that is if you hadn't been in that place, whether you need any sporting goods or not, you know, go in there and just look around. I mean, it's not just baseball bats and fishing rods. You know, they got golf stuff in there. They got kayak stuff. They got
probably
guns.
have some pickleball stuff in there.
They got clothes in there. You know, I mean, it is a sporting goods store on steroids. You know, I compare it to an academy type sports store. It's great that they bring something like that to our community. And I had an opportunity down there when they opened that to meet one of their original managers that was here for that. And he told me, I said, why did you choose Mountain Home, Arkansas? He said, well, 2 things. 1, you had a building that we could fit it in. And 2, we like to be in an area where we don't want to be across the street from an academy or a Dick's Sporting Goods or something like that. And when you look at our location, you know, it's a little over 2 hours to Jonesboro. Jonesboro's got everything now. 2 hours to Northwest Arkansas. They got a little bit of everything over there. And a lot further than that to Little Rock or Springfield. So we fit the criteria he was looking for. And he told me they draw people to that store. Most of their market area is within an hour and a half of any direction. That's something that's good for us right here. We've got a couple of new retail things in the works. There's a 7 Brew coffee company that has bought a piece of property here. And if you've ever been over in Northwest Arkansas, the people bringing this one in have a couple of them in Conway. It's like a coffee shop. It's strictly drive up, no walk in at all. You pull up like they'll wait on you with an iPad. By the time you circle the building, you got a drink. And it could be coffee or all those, what you call it a while ago, Bob? Frou-frou. You know, the stuff that enjoy. If it's not straight black, I don't want any of it. But, you know, it's good that those people saw an opportunity to come in here, buy a piece of property, and invest what they're doing in it in this community. And you're going to see some more of that. That's not stopping right now. So.
You know, they've got a big regional tire store coming in.
They do out there at Discount Tire. And you know, we got some great tire stores here. But you take what I call the P&P boys, Parks and Plumley. You know, there are two different stores, two different sides of town. But that's the old-fashioned store. That's the guys I like to go see. But this deal here, I don't really understand it, but I think you order your tires, maybe, and have them shipped there. And then when you pull in, they put them on. I believe that's something that they do there. The people that are building that came in and told us this will be their 11th store in the state of Arkansas. And I've seen several of them as I drive around the state. They're self-contained. There's not a tire outside that store. And when they lock up at night and go home at the end of the day, it's a completely enclosed structure out there. And, you know, we talk about people buying like where this Seven Brew's going, that property that had just been remodeled, that house there. Look at the investment that people are putting in that tire store out there to buy that old bank right at one of the best corners in Mountain Home, tear the bank down and put in a tire store. And that's not a cheap building they're putting up out there.
No.
You got to sell a lot of tires.
What's going to happen across the street there between River City and the bowling alley or the McDonald's?
You know, don't have a clue. All I know is that property changed hands this past year. Someone took new ownership of that. I don't know if they've got something in the mill for that or not, Bob. I've heard all sorts of stuff. But I know this, we haven't had a single plan brought into City Hall, and that's where it usually starts, is building plans, site plans, permitting process. Nothing's happened at this time. I'm guessing that the guy who bought it is just getting it cleaned off, and where you can see what's there, you can know what you've got and help him market that a little bit better right there. But
how did the numbers end at the Coulter Celebration of Lights?
you know, we were down a little bit this year, Bob. But it wasn't because of our light show. It was because of Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday night of zero weather and -0 wind chill. We had a great run going up until through Wednesday night before the cold weather hit. And you know, the festival that was brought in this year, the carnival with the carousel and the little train. You know, that Saturday night out there, Bob, I don't know if you could have got another person on that campus between Roller Hall and the Shed. A lot of people out there having a great time, little kids. We had Santa Claus out there. We had to move some of that inside the Shed just because of the extreme weather we were having. But we made a decision, Dr. Myers and Molly and I, on Thursday. Well, I think we actually made it on Wednesday, that would be our last night of those activities. It was just, when it's below zero and that wind chill, you know, to stand there and hand out a card about the lights and to hold a donation bucket, that's pretty. And we rely on volunteers to do that. It's not like we're paying somebody to be out there. And so we ended up a little bit light. I think our donations, when the final numbers come in, are going to be somewhere in the range of $4,000 less than they were last year, 4 to 5. Car count was good, and we were hitting a home run up until that cold weather got. So we've got a lot of work going on out there now, taking that stuff down, storing it, getting ready. And I would imagine here within the next week or two, Molly's going to want to have a meeting, wrap up this year, and start planning next year. We actually had a visitor from a light company over in South Carolina that came in and looked at the show and to give us some ideas. And one of the things they said is, you've got a great layout, you're doing good, you don't need much out here.
There you go.
You're doing a great job.
Mayor, we appreciate you joining us. You've been watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll be back.